Late breaking in the morning, 2 homes overtaken with flames. 8 people managed to escape. We'll show you a look at the damage.
A man shot and killed by a police officer. The move the suspect made that police say left them no choice.
And the money shot. Boom! A man hit a half-court shot at the Thunder game. We have new information about who he is and how he prepared. That's all coming up right now.
Oklahoma's home for live local late-breaking coverage. Eyewitness News 5 in the morning starts right now.
Good morning, Oklahoma. I'm Maggie Stokes.
And I'm Wendell Edwards, and it's 4:30. We thank you so much for waking up with us and joining us. It's a cold start again. These winter temperatures, they won't let go.
I thought it was spring. Let's head over to meteorologist Danielle Dozier filling in for Brad Souter this morning. Danielle, what is going on?
Spring is here, but not really, right? It's on the calendar at least, but Mother Nature, of course, has other plans for us, and she has been giving us this cold weather over the past weekend. What I can tell you, it's another cold start out there. 33 degrees here in Oklahoma City. If you're in Enid, it's 30, Stillwater 30, 28 Alba. Here in the metro, same thing goes, upper 20s to low 30s. You do factor in winds, which are breezy. They're not as bad as yesterday morning, but they are breezy out of the north at 17, puts the wind chill right now at 22, with it feeling like some teens in the state. Alva feeling like 16. Dress the kiddos warmly. Temperatures will fall into the 20s this morning and this afternoon. It will be chilly with highs only in the mid-40s. When the warm-up arrives, coming up in your weather on the 5s in just a few minutes. Back to you.
Okay, not soon enough. Thanks, Danielle. Late breaking now. 2 homes catch fire overnight.
Several people were inside one of the homes when it happened. KOCO's Dan Thomas is live at one of the scenes. Dan, exactly how many people were inside that house?
Well, good morning, Wendell. 8 people were living inside the house. Take a look at the scene. Firefighters still working on it behind me here. Guys, this home was a total loss here. If you can take a look at the video, you can see just what kind of situation firefighters had on their hands there. 8 people living there. They are convinced that it was set on purpose. Now, the fire department is not saying that. We did speak to one of those residents. Take a listen.
The house asleep, and my brother come running through the house saying, "The house is on fire, the house is on fire."
Well, again, that is a total loss of the home where the 8 people were living, plus the home next door actually caught fire as well. Some amount of damage to that, mostly contained to the attic in the second house. We are told that the first house is a total loss there. Guys, a good lesson for everybody to remember here. They did not have any smoke detectors in the home where 8 people were living. Good news, though, no injuries to report. Reporting live on the southwest side of Oklahoma City, Dan Thomas, KOCO Eyewitness News 5.
Dan, thank you very much. Right now, a deadly accident has closed I-44. It's at the Newcastle exit. Officers on the scene are investigating exactly what's going on here. We'll let you know as soon as we know and as soon as it's back open. This morning, investigators are working to determine if a police officer was justified in shooting and killing an armed man in a wheelchair.
It all happened over the weekend in Enid. The Oklahoma State Bureau of Investigation will handle the case from this point forward. KOCO's Rob Hughes is live at OSBI headquarters this morning. And Rob, why did the officer feel like he had to shoot?
Well, Wendell, Maggie, they say 36-year-old Jimmy Wayne Birchfield had a shotgun. Now, this all happened Saturday night around 7 p.m. in the 1300 block of North Central in Enid. Police received a call from a woman saying that Birchfield, the man you see here, had threatened to kill her and the family dogs. Now, when officers arrived, the woman ran outside, and police say that Birchfield, who was paralyzed from the waist down and in a wheelchair, was in the front doorway of the home. He had a shotgun, officers say, pointing directly at them. They then fatally shot him. Now, we spoke with neighbors right after this all happened. Here's what they had to say.
I just heard a crash or a bang, and I thought somebody had backed into my garage door. So I got to look out, and I just saw the commotion outside.
Now, that officer who fatally shot Birchfield is on paid administrative leave. Now, Birchfield is no stranger to the law. He had a long criminal rap sheet, including restraining orders against him from 3 separate women. We're live at OSBI headquarters. I'm Rob Hughes, KOCO Eyewitness News 5.
Okay, thank you, Rob. And once OSBI is done with their investigation, they'll present their findings to the district attorney's office, and it'll be up to the DA to, at that point, determine if the officer's actions were justified.
We have an update to news we brought you as late breaking. Today, investigators could release the names of 2 people killed in an early morning fire that happened Sunday in Murray County. Investigators say 5 people were asleep inside the home when the fire started. 3 escaped, 2 got stuck inside, and died in a fire. The fire marshal says an electrical malfunction near a porch light sparked those flames.
Well, this morning, people across the Midwest waking up to a winter wonderland.
Even though it is spring, St. Louis, one of the hardest hit areas, the city saw up to a foot of snow in some places, and the storm isn't completely done yet. It could drop another inch or two before heading northeast. So far, airlines canceled about 100 flights to the St. Louis main airport there. And that's impacting us here in Oklahoma. Airlines here canceled 2 outbound flights. One was headed to Newark, New Jersey, the other to St. Louis, Missouri. And an inbound flight from St. Louis has also been grounded. So if you or your loved ones are traveling this morning, just make sure you check with your airlines before you leave for the airport.
And in fact, the same system brushed northern Oklahoma Sunday morning. We have some video from Bartlesville. The town got enough snow to cover the ground there. ODOT crews are treating the roads this morning. And if you plan to travel that way, watch out for slick spots.
At 4:35, let's transition now to your weather on the 5s. We know it's cold here, but the question is, how cold is it going to stay?
Yeah, yesterday morning in Edmond, I saw a few flurries. I was up watching your show, Danielle.
Oh, yes. This
Couldn't
weekend,
believe it.
we did. We had some flurries in the metro here Sunday morning. Even northern Oklahoma saw the snow as you guys brought the video to us from Bartlesville. So we do not have any more snow here. I don't think we're going to see any in the metro today. In fact, we're going to see a little more sunshine as well. We had the sun come out later yesterday afternoon. It was beautiful. 33 degrees current temperature outside right now. Certainly cold morning. We do have a little bit of cloud cover across the state. Again, that big snow system, though, continues to pull away through, look at this, parts of the Midwest, and now the Ohio Valley seeing the snow down through Kentucky. It's just a mess of a system. Today, though, it stays dry for us, but it's still chilly with those high temperatures only climbing into the low to mid 40s. Maggie Wendell, over to you.
All right. Thank you so much, Danielle. Well, today, family and friends will say their final goodbye to an Oklahoma football legend.
Steve Davis, the former quarterback, led the Sooners to back-to-back national championships back in 1974 and 75. He died last Sunday, killed in a plane crash in South Bend, Indiana. That crash also killed his friend Wes Caves, a fellow Sooner. A memorial service will be held at First Baptist Church in Tulsa this afternoon in his memory. A half-court shot again helping to change a man's life.
Have you seen this? For the second time in a month, a Thunder fan finds the bottom of the net.
And I was like, Kevin, come at me. And he came right at me, and he was totally game for it. And it was one of those things where it couldn't have been worked out any better. Gonna take him the game.
I'd say so. Even Kevin, Durant got excited straight ahead. The guy will share a secret to making the half-court shot. They keep making them. They're going to take that game away.
Where is he going? I got to see that video.
I think to his girlfriend.
The gun control debate will heat up today. How you can play a role in what happens next.
You're watching Eyewitness News 5 in the morning. Live, local, late breaking with Maggie Stokes, Wendell Edwards, First Alert Traffic with Rachel Calderon, and First Alert Weather with meteorologist Brad Souter. Now, Eyewitness News 5 continues.
New this morning, police arrest a man after a 5-hour standoff. It happened in Tulsa on Sunday. Officers say it all began when the suspect started threatening his own family with a hatchet. And as you can see, SWAT teams ended up taking over the entire neighborhood. And when police arrived at that home, the man threatened to use a hatchet on the SWAT team. After several hours, though, that suspect surrendered peacefully. Officers arrested him and charges could be filed later today.
Well, looking ahead now, the trial of a couple charged in the death of a 3-year-old Oklahoma City girl will start today. It happened back in 2011. Prosecutors charged the girl's mother, Victoria Therath, and her boyfriend, Freddie Mendez. Court documents show the girl was beaten and that she had hit her head on a hard surface. She was taken to Children's Hospital but died a day later from her injuries. Okay, switching gears, there is a new multi-millionaire somewhere in the U.S.
So it's not you?
It's not a Stokes.
Yeah, it's not me either. They have the winning Powerball ticket. How soon this mystery person could be revealed.
And look for high temperatures this afternoon, about 20 degrees cooler than the normal. There's your normal on the screen, 66. But when the warm-up arrives and our next chance of storms coming up.
Well, right now, the search for a new multi-millionaire is on.
Someone has the lone $338 million Powerball ticket. And wow, how lucky are they? That person bought that ticket up in New Jersey. State authorities could reveal the winner later this morning. A news conference has been scheduled at the lottery's headquarters. This is the 4th largest single jackpot win in Powerball history.
I know. I said I'm going to stop making plans for when I win the Powerball, because when it doesn't happen, I'm disappointed as if I really was about to win. Live look at Indiana right now.
Yeah, this is from our sister station up there, WRTV. All that system, you know, that winter weather just won't go away that moved to Oklahoma on Sunday. This is what it's doing in Indiana right now. That is snow on the ground, and you can see barely it's still snowing right now there.
I have a friend that is in Indianapolis right now, and he says it is just miserable.
I was about to say, it looks like it.
Yeah,
it's
coming
4:45
down
right now, so we're not getting any of that.
Oh no.
We saw a little bit of flurries on Sunday morning.
We did. It didn't stick. The ground was too warm, and the snow was just too fine and blowing around everywhere, so there's no chance for that. But we did have some snow in northern Oklahoma, so the fans of the snow got to see another dose of it. Go figure here. But we are going to talk a little bit more about some spring-like weather coming into your forecast here as we head through the end of the week, and some more storm chances. I really think you're going to enjoy this forecast. So first, take a look outside this morning. 33 degrees here in Oklahoma City, so it is 1 degree above the freezing mark. I do expect temperatures to fall below freezing, though, as that sunrise happens. Usually temperatures at their coldest around sunrise, so expect that. 28 in Woodward right now, 28 Ava, 30 up in Stillwater. Your Advantage Doppler 3D, no snow here, but look at this is where the snow is right now. That's the same winter storm that moved through our area yesterday morning. So you can see lots of snow there from Kentucky and then Indianapolis, as we just showed you from Indiana, and all that again is pulling away. Wind chills outside here locally. When you factor in winds, it's going to feel like 22 degrees right now. So it is one for the layers for sure outside. Dress those kiddos warm as you take them to the bus stop. Feels like 18 in Woodward. Highs today do climb into the low to mid 40s, about 46 here in Oklahoma City. Alva about 40 degrees, 43 up in Ponca, 47 in Seminole, perhaps even some low 50s down in southern Oklahoma, but still just a downright chilly afternoon for us. We'll see a mix of sun and clouds today, and then lows tonight will be falling down into the 20s. Alva about 19, 25, Oklahoma City 24 in Seminole. So if you have any plans, once again, they need to be wrapped up. We're expecting those temperatures to fall below freezing. Highs tomorrow generally in the upper 40s to low 50s, 52 for the metro, and finally some 60s of spring-like weather. Normal highs though 66, so we will be close to that as we head through the weekend, and some pretty good chances of some showers and thunderstorms for your Easter weekend ahead. Alan Ayo standing by. Alan, how are the roads this morning?
Not too bad. Good morning, Danielle. Good morning, everyone. Good looking overall view of Metro Oklahoma City inbound traffic. A little bit of a closer look coming in from the Yukon area on 40 eastbound and through the Bethany area to Amarillo Junction. Just over a 10-minute ride so far this morning. And Broadway Extension and Lake Hefner Parkway, both inbound, just over 5 minutes. Be careful at those interchanges. They can creep up on you in early morning commuter traffic. I'm Alan Ayo. That's your traffic. Back to you.
All right. Thank you, Alan. Well, today lawmakers start a 2-week recess, and that doesn't mean issues consuming Washington will be ignored.
When the Senate returns, they are expected to take up a new gun control bill. Hallie Jackson has the latest in our exclusive Washington Bureau.
A group of mayors is spending $12 million on ads aimed at convincing senators in key states to vote for gun control laws.
Vote to protect gun rights and our families.
People, including lawmakers in 13 states, are starting to see 2 ads from the group Mayors Against Illegal Guns. The spots backed by New York City Mayor Michael Bloomberg.
I think I have a responsibility, and I think you and all of your viewers have responsibilities to try to make this country safer for our families and for each other.
But the National Rifle Association sees it differently.
He can't spend enough of his $27 billion to try to impose his will on the American public.
Background checks have nothing to do with taking guns away from anyone.
The ads focus on universal background checks, one part of a gun control package the Senate's expected to debate next month, and something the NRA says won't work.
It slows down the law-abiding and does nothing to anybody else.
The NRA wants better enforcement of current laws, but Mayor Bloomberg says it's clear the public backs more gun control, particularly after the school shooting in Newtown, Connecticut in December. President Obama remembered Sandy Hook as he pushed for tighter gun control laws in his weekly address.
We've made progress over the last 3 months, but we're not there yet. And in the weeks ahead, I hope members of Congress will join me in finishing the job for our communities and, most importantly, for our kids.
The Senate gun control package does not include a controversial ban on certain types of assault weapons, but Majority Leader Harry Reid says that could still be included in an amendment. In Washington, I'm Hallie Jackson reporting.
All right, thank you, Hallie. Well, today lawmakers start a 2-week recess, and that doesn't mean issues consuming Washington will be ignored. When the Senate returns, they are expected to take up a new gun control bill. Vote to protect gun rights and our families with
People, including lawmakers in 13 states, are starting to see 2 ads from the group Mayors Against Illegal Guns. The spots backed by New York City Mayor Michael Bloomberg.
All right, thank you, Alan.
Well, the Senate is expected to convene after a 2-week recess.
The attorneys for a college student acquitted of killing her roommate in Italy will be back in Italian court today. We're talking, of course, about Amanda Knox. She's facing a retrial. Today, the Italian Supreme Court will hold what could be the final hearing in the 6-year-old case. Justices will decide if the lower court was correct to overturn her conviction for the murder of her roommate. Knox already spent about 4 years in an Italian prison. This morning, investigators want to figure out how a 300-pound panel fell off an airport wall and onto a family. Can you imagine?
It was a television, yeah. It happened in Birmingham, Alabama. The panel was showing arrivals and departures. It hit the family and killed a 10-year-old boy. His mom and brothers are still in the hospital. Doctors say the mother is unconscious and still doesn't know that one of her sons died.
Unbelievable.
Just sad. You know, like you see them, the returns and the
Everyone
arrivals. They look like
stands right
televisions.
under them, yeah. Switching gears here. Okay, this has us all talking this morning. For the second time in a month, a Thunder fan hits a half-court shot.
It's unbelievable. Today, he's waking up $20,000 richer. Take a look at the shot.
A fan hit the half-court shot to win $20,000.
Are you kidding me?
And then he takes off running. Guess where he's going, Maggie?
His girlfriend.
He's going
Smart
to his
boy.
girlfriend. The lucky winner says his trick is not over-practicing.
She's like, yes, I will marry you.
2 hours. Sometimes at the end of it, we practice half-court shots, but not really, because I played in high school, and it was one of those things where it's like, don't practice the shots you're not going to take in the game.
So after the shot, Doherty, as you can say, found his girlfriend and hugged him because she's the one that got him tickets to the game. And then Kevin Durant sprinted to the sidelines. He also tackled Mr. Doherty. Coming up in the next hour, hear from Doherty about what it was like to be tackled by KD, the superstar himself.
How neat. I love it.
He's actually a
Way
TV
to
sports
go.
reporter in Springfield.
Oh,
so
really?
Good for him.
Wow. That is awesome.
Speaking of basketball, the OU women take on the UCLA Bruins in a Sweet 16 matchup coming up tonight. This is actually a rematch. They played earlier in the season.
Okay, and the Lady Sooners beat Central Michigan over the weekend, but head coach Sherry Cole, of course, says they need to clean up their game if they want to win tonight.
And the OSU Cowgirls are still alive in the NCAA tournament as well. They'll play Duke, the top seed, tomorrow. It comes after a big win OSU girls had over DePaul. Good for them.
March Madness always comes with upsets. This one is a record breaker. 15th seeded Florida Gulf Coast beat 7th seeded San Diego State.
Now, why couldn't my Tar Heels be in